Hey folks, it's Abby and today I'm going to be doing the Booktube number tag. I was tagged by Alex from Alex Black Reads. I will leave her video linked down below in the description, so please do go and check that out. And today we have 10 questions to go through. What was your very first Booktube video? An awful video! This was my NYA Litfest 2018 haul that I did for my very first video.
A lot more about what was said in this panel, but I'm trying to keep it short and sweet.
I don't know how much has changed since then, but I had been wanting to make bookish content for a while, and that was kind of the instigator. It kind of kicked me into gear and made me actually start creating content, so however cringy it might be, I'm grateful for it. Question 2 is, how many books are you currently reading? And the answer to that one is 3. There is one book that is for a secret TBR that no one can know about until like mid to late October, so I'm not going to tell you that one, but I'm also reading The Throne of Fire by Rick Riordan, the second book in the King Chronicles, and Tales of the City by Armistead Maupin, the first in this series. So this is a middle grade Egyptian mythology fantasy, and this one I really don't know anything about because as of filming I haven't started it. I'm filming in the morning, I'm going to start this later in the afternoon. Apparently we're doing orange books at the moment. But obviously by the time this actually is published, I will be reading something different, so 3 currently, who knows. Question 3 is, what were the top 3 books that you read last year? And I actually rated all of the books on the third bracket at the same level, 3 of them. So I have the top 5 books from last year. I know I have to be inconvenient. My highest rated book for the whole of 2021 was All Systems Red by Martha Wells. This is a sci-fi novella following a sentient AI that is supposed to protect and defend humans when they go and explore other planets. The AI has managed to break free of its governor module and it can do what it wants. And what it wants to do is sit and watch soap operas all day. I adore these books so much. I need to get this copy in hardback as well as just grab the rest of them because I have the first 4, so I need to continue the series. Then my second highest rated of 2021 was The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon. Is anyone surprised? If a Samantha Shannon book is released, it is in my top 5. And then these 3 were all equal third. I used the core pile rating system, meaning that like literally these 3 all got the same rating. So we have Waistcoats and Weaponry by Gail Carriger. This is the 3rd book in the Finishing School series, which I adore. Then there is The Stone of Destiny by Caroline Logan. This is the 1st book in a series of 4. Highly recommend picking this up. Like, not enough people read this. It is beautiful. And then the last one is Sabriel by Garth Nix, which I really need to continue the series with. This has themes of death, so no one is surprised that I loved it. Then question 4 is, how many books did you read last year? And it depends if you count DNFs or not. If you do, I read 105 books in 2021, which is ridiculous. If you don't, I read 103, which is still ridiculous. Then question 5 is asking how many 5-star reads you've had so far in 2022, and for me that is 15 5-star reads, which is quite a few. So far I've read around 87, I think, books this year, so 15 isn't so many when you put that into balance, but it's still a fair few. They are a wide variety. I'm tempted to get them out, but I'm also lazy, so I'm just going to zip through them. All the Light We Cannot See, The Final Strife, Ordinary Monsters, The Travelling Cat Chronicles, Wild and Wicked Things, Long Way Down, Living Planet, The Embroidered Book, Until the End, Super Volcanoes, This Is How You Lose the Time War, Blackwater Sister, Piranesi, The Firekeeper's Daughter, and The House in the Cerulean Sea. No, I have not put the graphics up for that because I can't be arsed. However, those were all of my 5-star reads so far this year. I'm filming this at the beginning of September, so hopefully I'll get a few more. Question 6 relates to what I've already mentioned in question 5, and that is, did you have a target of how much you wanted to read for this year? And if so, how much was it? Yes, I wanted to read 70 books. 70. So clearly I've passed that with 87, which I'm pretty happy with. I didn't want to set it too high because this was my first full year living in a brand new house with my partner. I'd never lived with my partner before, so I set it at 70, and clearly that was too low. I'm not mad. Question 7 is, how many pages are in your current read? So if I go with the one that is not the secret read and that I have started, which is the one from the King Chronicles, it is 452 pages. So not very big, especially when it's a middle grade. I've not read any of this yet today, so, and I've only been reading it for 2 days. Question 8 is, how long are your videos? It varies. I've got videos, like some recent ones that I put up were just under 7 minutes long each, but I also have videos that go up to 20 odd minutes. Those are mostly wrap-ups, especially my balancing the books, those can take some time to get through because I read quite a few books each month. I'd say on average it averages about somewhere like 12-15 minutes, so Then question 9 is, what is your favourite number? And mine, contrary to most people in the Western world, is 13. So 13 is considered an unlucky number in the West. However, I was born on the 13th of October, so it's always been a lucky number for me. And then question 10 is books on your shelves with numbers in the title or on the cover. This is always a fun one. The 5, 1984 by George Orwell, Girl in Succeed. These have numbers for the series, but I feel like that doesn't count. Wow, this is surprisingly difficult. I'm sure I'll be kicking myself as I'm editing this, but all I can think of now is one on my TBR, and that is 84K by Claire North. That's the only fantasy one I can think of, which is ridiculous. There must be others. I found one for the short story collection for the Divergent series. Moving on, because otherwise I'll be here forever. So the final thing for this is to tag some other people, so I'm going to be tagging Lizzie from Lizzie Is Elf, who is the fantastic host of the Middle Earthathon and is a wonderful human being. And then the second person I'm going to tag is Chels, because she did Reader 2 for the entirety of August, and dear god, that woman needs some easy content to make. So here's one for you, all the questions in the description. So have a nice easy video. Make sure to check Lizzie, Chels and Alex out down in the description box below. Also in there is going to be all of my socials if you want to go follow me, and that subscribe button is just down there too. If you did like the video, please do hit that like button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye folks!